Welcome to another energizing movement session with Action Fitness Community. We're going to start by finding a nice comfortable place, either standing or seated, and just taking some nice deep breaths, noticing what rises and what falls, focusing on fully inflating and deflating those lungs, and maybe even taking some time to gently count how many seconds you're inhaling and how many seconds you're exhaling. Checking in with our form cues next. First, stacking your bowls, starting at your neck, moving through your shoulders to your hips, then elongating your spine, top of your head to the sky, tailbone towards the ground, and checking in, making sure that all of your joints are facing the same direction. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Continuing with your deep breath as you engage your core. Thinking about the feeling that you get when you cough or sneeze, engaging your belly button towards your spine, giving yourself that oblique hug, and being mindful that your core is 360 degrees going all the way around from the fronts to the sides to the back. Keeping that core engaged as you take it into some movement, lifting your opposite arm as leg, thinking about a minimal shifting in those shoulders and hips, bracing your core and exhaling as you lift from one side to the other. Sticking with that real deep breath. Moving right into our active warm-up, staying with your breath as you give yourself a little jiggle and a little shake. We're trying to shake all of our joints out here, gently moving from one side to the other. Bringing some circulation to some areas, changing up the pattern of movement, and breathing deeply as you do it. Shake your shoulders, shake your wrists, shake your hips, shake your ankles, shake your knees. Moving right into some marching in place. Still thinking about that proper form, being on top of that posture and your core engagement. As you lift opposite arm as leg, feeling those muscles connect across your body. Taking yourself to a torso twist, rotating around your spine, being sure we're getting lots of movement in that mid back, allowing your hip, ankle, and knee to move with your twist. Shoulder rolls. Working some of that tension and stress out of our shoulders by rolling them back. Going all the way up, around, down, and then forward. Switch directions. Start rolling those shoulders the other way, being sure that your shoulders are going up, being pulled forward, down, and then back. Checking in with that belly button, being sure that it's not getting pulled forward as you keep your core engaged deeply. We've got some more torso twists. This time we're going to add a reach to it. Rotating around that spine, getting your hip, knee, and ankle to come with you, and then allowing your opposite arm to reach across your body as you exhale. Circling at the hips next. Hip circles. Sticking your hips out to one side, forward to the other side, and then back. Playing with how this feels best for you. Maybe you need to lean a little farther down or stand up a little taller. Either way, finding a nice, smooth motion in those hips. Switch directions. Circle those hips the other way and stay with your breath. Going one more time through, starting over with our jiggle and shake. Shaking to the left, shaking to the right, shaking up, shaking down. Being sure that all those joints get a little attention. Marching in place. Checking in with your posture first, your core engagement second, being sure that you're moving opposite arm as leg third, and being sure that you're softly setting that foot down. Don't let your foot crash into the ground. Use your core to slow down the landing to avoid any unnecessary impact. Torso twist. Letting your knees, ankles, and hips rotate with you. Shoulder rolls, rolling those shoulders. Up, together, down, and forward. Switch directions. Roll those shoulders the other way. Hip circles, circling at the hips. Being sure you take the time to get your hips all the way around. Finding a range of motion that feels good for you. Switch directions. Whenever you're ready, start moving those hips the other way. Now that we're nice and warm, it's time to take our deep breathing and core engagement into our first set of exercises with some air squats. Keeping that chest lifted, weight evenly distributed across your feet, joints facing the same way, knees pointing straight forward over that first and second toe. Inhaling as you squat down, exhaling as you engage your core and leg muscles to stand up. Stepping out and reaching over next. Reach those arms over your head as you step your foot out away from your body. Find a pace that feels good for you. Next, we've got some calf raises. Controlling yourself up onto the balls of your feet and then controlling right back down as you maintain optimal posture and deep breathing. Starting over for round 2, we've got our air squats if you're standing, leg lifts if you're seating, exhaling on the more challenging part, recruiting all the muscles that you need while you keep your core engaged. Reach up, step out. Reach up and step out. Moving on to calf raises, lifting those heels up and controlling them back down. Being sure you're keeping your core engaged and controlling your heels back to the ground. Really being mindful of that deceleration of the muscle as much as the acceleration of the muscle. Enjoy a nice water break. Stay hydrated with your water break. Moving on to our circuit 2, we've got a leg abduction, or kicking out away from the body. Alternating from one side to the other. Being less concerned with how high up your leg gets and more concerned with activating and engaging all the muscles on the outside of your leg, including the outsides of your glute. Extension. Bracing your core as you balance on one leg, engaging all of the muscles around your kneecap, up through your upper leg to extend fully forward and control back before switching to the other side. We've got a knee extension. Moving into our back taps, reaching one arm over your head, other arm up your spine, and trying to tap your back and stretch those shoulders out. Being sure that you're not overarching your spine to reach your hands together, but instead finding a nice stretch in those shoulders. Round 2 of our leg abduction. Trying to engage the muscles on the outside of your legs and glute as you balance and extend your leg out away from your body. Knee extension. Balancing on one leg as you fully extend your leg. Straight forward, keeping that core engaged and your posture in check. Back taps. Reaching one arm over your head, other arm behind your back without overarching. Taking your opposite knee towards your elbow for a knee to elbow torso twist. Taking your opposite knee towards your opposite elbow. Trying to engage those oblique muscles on the sides of your belly and crossing across it as you pull your opposite knee towards your opposite elbow. We've got a good morning next with your arms behind your head. Feel like your hips are getting pulled behind you, and as your hips get pulled behind you, your chest comes forward. Inhale as you drop down. Exhale as you engage the muscles in the back of your body, your calves, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your back to pull yourself back up to center. We're back to our knee to elbow torso twist, working across the body. Moving back to our good mornings, hands up behind your head. Nice deep breath in as you lean forward, letting those hips get pulled back. Strong exhale as you brace your core and engage all of the muscles in the back of your body to pull yourself back upright. One more time around, knee to elbow, pulling opposite knee towards your opposite elbow. Final good mornings. Deep breath in as you come down. Exhale as you come back up. Feeling like your hips are getting pulled back behind you. Engaging all the muscles in the back of your body to control yourself back up to center. Moving to our core focus with a bridge motion if you're on your back and a glute squeeze if you're seated. Again, trying to target those muscles in your posterior chain or the back of your body. Thinking glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Quads helping some too. Trying to keep all your joints facing the same direction. Shoulders, hips, knees, and ankles all in alignment. Moving to a bird dog next. Shoulders and hips stay even as you brace your core and lift opposite arm as leg for our bird dog. If you're sitting, arms are going to be up over your head. Brace your core as you reach opposite hand to foot without compromising your posture. Moving into bug on its back. Keeping your tailbone reaching for the ground as your core stays engaged. Dropping down, opposite arm is leg, trying to only move one arm and one leg at a time. If you're seated, reach your arm straight out in front of you, and then reach your arm over your head as you kick your leg straight forward. More time around of our core focus, starting with that bridging motion. Lifting those hips up off the ground as you engage your glutes, hamstrings, and calves first, letting your core and quads assist. Bird dog, keeping those shoulders and hips even as you lift opposite arm as leg for your bird dog. Bug on its back next. Reaching opposite arm as leg. Down and up. Keeping your core engaged, tailbone reaching for the floor. As you drop down, opposite arm as leg. If you're seated, arms straight in front of you, reaching your arm up over your head as you kick your leg forward. Water break. Enjoying a nice water break. You made it to our cool down set where we're going to do some isometric stretching. Hopefully you've got your heart rate up and now we can help relax it back down. Making your way into a child's pose if you're using a mat. If you're sitting in a chair, you can reach towards the ground. You don't have to get all the way there. Really trying to lengthen through that tailbone as you pay attention to deepening your breath. Moving to our figure 4 torso twist. Crossing that right leg over the left, letting your legs gently fall on over to the left. You can use that left arm to help that right knee over gently if that feels good for you. And just settling into a nice torso twist while you stay with your deep breath. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and switch sides, crossing that left leg over the right, taking a nice deep breath as you let your legs fall on over to the right side of your body, using that right arm to gently help that left knee down if it feels good for you. Moving to a butterfly onto its back, putting the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall wide, and opening up at your hips. And finally, curling up to one side, trying to really elongate that low back as you pull your knees in towards your elbows. If you're seated, you can let your knees reach apart from each other for a wide leg torso twist. Being sure this position is comfortable for you and that you can maintain your real deep breaths. Whenever you're ready, switching over to the other side, curling up and letting your body fall the other way if you're on a mat, rotating at the torso the other direction if you're seated. And finally, making your way to one more real comfortable spot while you can stay with your breath. Taking some time to see how high you can count before a thought comes into your head. Every time a thought comes into your head, start over at 1 and see if you can focus only on your counting and your real deep breath. Whenever you're ready, allowing your mind to drift off to the most peaceful place that you can imagine. Maybe a mountain or a beach scene where the weather is perfect, where you feel a gentle sun on your face, maybe a cool breeze on the back of your neck. Thinking about what you see, what you hear, what you smell, and what you feel. And finally, using your next few breaths to gently bring yourself back. Yesterday's the past, tomorrow's the future, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Fantastic job today. I hope you enjoyed your energizing movement session and keep your deep breath and great posture up all day long.